Welcome back to the Minecraft podcast. Today we're opening with the Minecraft movie, because it is one of the most talked about Minecraft topics right now, and a great way to start the episode. Whenever a game as huge as Minecraft gets adapted into a movie, people immediately start asking the same question: can it actually capture the feeling of the game? Minecraft is not built around one fixed story. It is built around freedom, exploration, survival, and creativity, which makes it a very unusual game to adapt into a film. That is also why the movie has so much potential. If it leans too hard on references, it could end up feeling shallow. But if it understands what players love about Minecraft, it could become something genuinely memorable. The heart of Minecraft is not just its blocks or its mobs. It is the feeling that you can step into a world with nothing, slowly learn how it works, and shape it into something that belongs to you. That is much harder to film than a normal story, but it is also what makes the idea so interesting. Minecraft has always worked because it gives players a lot of freedom. You can survive, build, explore, farm, trade, fight, automate, or just wander around and see what happens. There is no single correct path. That open design is one of the main reasons the game has lasted for so many years. It gives different kinds of players completely different experiences while still using the same world and the same rules. A lot of people think Minecraft is simple because of its blocky style, but the systems underneath are surprisingly deep. Villagers are a perfect example. At first, they look like background characters in a village. But once you understand how trading works, how workstations affect professions, and how villages can support survival progression, they become one of the most useful parts of the game. A small village can turn into a major resource hub if you know how to use it properly. The same thing happens with biomes. They are not just different scenery. They shape how the world feels and how you play in it. A snowy mountain feels very different from a desert. A dark forest feels different from a plains biome. Mushroom fields feel isolated and unusual. Every biome changes the mood of the game, and that is one of the reasons exploration stays interesting. The world does not feel flat or repetitive. It feels varied and alive. Caves are another feature that show how much Minecraft has grown. In older versions, caves were much smaller and simpler. Now they can stretch into huge underground spaces with giant drops, winding paths, hidden ores, and strange formations. Mining is not just about digging in a straight line anymore. It is about navigating a dangerous underground world that can surprise you at any moment. A cave can go from peaceful to terrifying very quickly. And that is part of the fun. Or distribution adds another layer of strategy. Different resources are found at different depths, which means where you mine matters as much as how you mine. Players who understand this can be much more efficient, while players who ignore it may spend a lot of time searching in the wrong places. That is one of Minecraft's smartest design choices. It rewards knowledge. Without forcing it on casual players, redstone is where the game starts to feel almost like engineering. What begins as a simple material can turn into doors, traps, farms, timing systems, elevators, secret rooms, and full machines. Some players never touch advanced redstone at all, while others build entire worlds around it. That range is one of the reasons Minecraft is so impressive. It can be a relaxed sandbox, a survival challenge, or a technical puzzle depending on how you want to play. What makes redstone especially interesting is that it sits right between logic and creativity. The rules are real, but they can be used in so many different ways that players keep discovering new applications. A simple lever can become part of a hidden base entrance. A few repeaters can turn into a clock. A piston setup can become a compact machine. Minecraft constantly turns invention into gameplay. And that is a big part of why so many players never get bored. Sound also plays a much bigger role than people sometimes notice. The music, the ambient noises, the mob sounds, and the little block interaction effects all shape the atmosphere of the game. Walking into a cave feels different because of the audio. Building a base feels different because of the soundtrack. Even the quiet moments matter. Minecraft would not feel the same without its sound design, because the audio helps create emotion in a world that is otherwise very minimalist. The music in particular gives the game a kind of calm identity. It does not play constantly, so when it does appear, it feels special. A soft track while building can make the world feel peaceful. A quiet melody while exploring can make a mountain or forest feel bigger and more lonely. That emotional pacing is one of the things people remember most when they think about Minecraft. It is not just a game you play, it is a world you spend time inside. Mobs are another area where Minecraft hides a lot of depth. Some creatures look simple, but they have behaviors that make them much more useful or interesting than they first appear. Cats can help with certain threats. Wolves can become loyal companions. Bees support farming and add life to the world. Iron golems protect villages and make settlements feel alive. Even mobs that seem purely decorative often play an important role once you understand them. That is a pattern Minecraft repeats over and over again. Simple-looking things turn out to have hidden value. A bucket can be one of the most useful tools in the game because it works with water, lava, milk, and even powder snow. A bed is not just a sleeping item. It also ties into spawning and progression. A workstation is not just decoration. It can define a villager's job and usefulness. Nearly everything has a second purpose if you look closely enough. Enchantments work the same way. They take normal equipment and give it a new identity. Instead of just carrying a basic sword or pickaxe, you can make gear that fits the way you play. That creates a strong sense of growth. You start out with simple tools, then slowly turn them into specialized equipment that supports your goals. It makes survival feel more personal and more rewarding. Updates are another reason Minecraft never really goes stale. New blocks, new mobs, new structures, and new mechanics can completely change the way players approach the game. A single update might make exploration more exciting, or farming more efficient, or building more creative. That constant evolution keeps the game feeling fresh, even for longtime players, who already know a lot about it. That is also why the Minecraft movie matters so much. Minecraft is not famous because it tells one fixed story. It is famous because every player creates their own. The movie has to understand that freedom if it wants to work. It needs to feel like the game, not just look like it. If it can capture discovery, survival, building, danger, and the sense that the world belongs to the player, then it has a real chance to succeed. Minecraft has always been bigger than a simple sandbox. It is a game built from layers, creativity, exploration, mechanics, atmosphere, and personal experience. That is why there is always more to talk about, and why a Minecraft podcast can keep finding new directions without running out of material. Every world is different, every player approaches it differently, and every update adds something new to the conversation, and that is a big part of what makes this show work. Minecraft gives us endless things to notice, think about, and revisit. The movie may be the starting point for this episode, but the real story is the game itself and the many ways it continues to surprise players. That combination of freedom and depth is what keeps Minecraft alive year after year. And it is exactly why there is always another episode waiting to be made. One of the best things about Minecraft is that it never really stops giving players something new to notice. Even after years of playing, there are still small details that can change how you understand the game. A block you ignored before might suddenly become useful. A mob you thought was simple might have a behavior you never noticed. A biome you walked past 100 times might become the perfect place for a build once you learn what it offers. That constant sense of discovery is a huge part of why the game stays relevant. It also helps that Minecraft works on so many different levels at once. For some players, it is all about survival and making it through the night. For others, it is about designing beautiful builds or technical farms. For some, it is about exploring faraway biomes and rare structures. And for others, it is simply about relaxing in a world that feels calm and familiar. That flexibility is rare, and it is one of the biggest reasons the game has such a wide audience. The Minecraft movie fits into that conversation because it has to represent a game that means something different to everyone. One player thinks of mining deep caves. Another thinks of building a home from scratch. Another remembers the first time they fought the Ender Dragon. Another just remembers loading into a world with friends and laughing for hours. The movie has a difficult job because it is not adapting one single story. It is adapting a feeling that millions of players already carry with them. That feeling is part adventure, part creativity, and part nostalgia. Minecraft is special because it lets players build their own memories. The game does not need to tell you who you are or where you are going. It gives you the tools and lets you decide. That simple idea has kept the game alive for more than a decade and a half, and it is why people keep returning to.